The NFL did release the fact that the salary cap is going up even more by another $23 million, up over $50 million the last 2 years. I think it puts the Lions in a great position financially to be able to maybe look at extending Aiden Hutchinson and Kirby Joseph in the coming days. We'll talk more about them specifically. But the increase in the NFL salary cap, I think, puts together an opportunity for even more than expected. Many people thought it wasn't going to go up that much, but you're going to be potentially in the neighborhood of $282 million for the cap, which puts the Lions at getting about 50 million more. $50 million that they can start with before they start addressing Kirby Joseph and Aiden Hutchinson. And a lot of it probably is going to go toward those extensions. They're going to be big money. They're not going to be cheap. But it does, I think, give the Lions an advantage to have more salary cap space. And I think that the news, when that broke earlier this week about the salary cap going up, I think everybody smiled because that's just more money for Bradholmes to play with.
Yeah, and I think that one of the more encouraging elements of this is yes, it's great in the short term, but I'm looking ahead to 2026 and 2027 when all these extensions start to kind of pile up with talking about Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell. I mean, Sewell is technically on his fifth year option this year, so he's not counting as much against the cap as he will moving forward. And they've signed a lot of people to hefty extensions. And that, I mean, you talked about it, Hutch, Kirby Joseph, Jamison Williams. Like these are all guys that are lined up for potential extensions. And so when the salary cap number jumps as much as it did from last year to now this year, think about what it's going to do in another year. And there's talk about maybe Netflix getting in on a TV package, and that's going to be more money coming into the league, and all these new streaming services that they're putting games on. Like that number is going to climb. That number is going to keep going up. And so if I'm the Lions, I'm a little encouraged by that. Like, hey, we can get away with, handing out some of these extensions. And I think that's why it was brilliant to get Amon Ra and Sewell and Goff locked up when they did. Because like you saw, Dak Prescott got $60 million a year. Jared Goff is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, and he's making less money. But it's because with the market, that number is going to continue to climb. And so if I'm the Lions, I'm trying to get Aiden Hutchinson, Kirby Joseph, Jamison Williams locked up tomorrow. Get that extension done because that number is only going to continue to climb. And as the salary cap gets higher, that number for these extensions and the value of these players is going to continue to go up. And so by continuing to stay proactive and get these players signed up early in the process, that's going to do wonders for this team. And you look at some of these teams that have gone all in, like the Saints and the Bills, and who now are on the wrong side of this salary cap deficit. And yes, the jump gives them less trouble, but I mean, you're talking about teams that are in the negatives. And the Lions are going to have to pay these high caliber players a lot of money, but with by doing it early and staying ahead of the rising market, they can continue to avoid those tough situations and then obviously create more opportunities with the restructures and things of that nature. But I think the Lions are in a really good spot with the salary cap. And as that number continues to go up, then the worry for 26, 27, 28 with some of these extensions starts to go down. So if you're Brad Holmes, I think you got to be playing or feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's only good news if it's going to go up by that much, 50 million in over 50 million in the last couple years. So we're creeping up over $300 million in the coming years for rosters to make sure that they're stocked with talent. And that's why it's important to draft and develop and keep your own.